Yeah, strange times indeed. My turn to do a bit of a blog. My son's decided he wants to do one. He's just what, 5.5, about the whole coronavirus thing, and I think I'm going to do one as well, just to, I guess, to share my and to record my sort of thoughts and views on the whole thing. Certainly, it's nuts. It's unprecedented. I'm 47. I've never seen anything like this. Clearly, most of us haven't in our lives. It's impacting us globally, nationally, and then locally. So it's not on the news happening in some foreign country. It's happening four doors down. Possibly in your own house, and sometimes you don't know. I guess that's how scary it is. Um, Today, for example, so what's today? Today is the 21st of March 2020. Um, we're definitely in the thick of the clampdown. So restaurants, pubs, um, even I think takeaways were sort of exempt. A lot of other businesses, certainly hospitality, trade, all shut down. Um, my son and I, James, we went to mountain bike in the local forest today. The car park was full. There was loads of people there mountain biking. We kept ourselves to ourselves. We That was it. We just stuck to ourselves. There was no one else around us, but there was plenty of people there, and it's a big place. I guess you can spread out. Going forward, is that feasible? Is that realistic? I'm not sure if it is. I don't think that's necessarily realistic. I don't think that may work. What I'm really worried about, being a windsurfer, is being restricted and going to the beach, because whilst I've got to work during the week, now that the schools are off, and the schools are off indefinitely, um, I'm going to need, and I will need a break. I will need some exercise. I'll need some mental health recuperation and physical recuperation. And for me, mountain biking or primarily windsurfing is where I get that from. If I can't go to the beach, um, then that could be seriously restricted, and I'm really worried about that. But clearly, my health, my family's health, other people's health is more important than me being able to windsurf. It's just as a means to be able to keep, in good shape, mentally and physically. But we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, I guess things are really starting to bite, and I think seeing today how busy it was at the car park for going mountain biking made me think, wow, um, it's not supposed to be like that. I heard today as well that some of the beaches in Scotland, friends of mine were at. Today was a nice day. There wasn't any windsurfing, but they were down on the beach anyway, and apparently places were absolutely, you know, packed out. People looking to get out, get some fresh air, but they're doing the opposite of what's required, in that we need to be isolating, and instead they're all congregating in certain places, and that isn't going to work. And what will happen is we'll be told that the beaches are closed and we can't go, and that's terrible. So we'll see what happens. But it's certainly difficult. It's interesting times. Work is okay, but it's going to be impactful. I've been working home for a week. I normally work at home, maybe if you're lucky, one day in every 3 weeks. So for me, working 5 days a week at home indefinitely at the moment is pretty worrying, and I'm not enjoying it. But um, It's very intense. I think you get lost in the work, and before you know it, you're it's 5 o'clock, and you've been working at your desk all day, and that's not normal. You're socializing during work, as such. You're talking to people. You're having a break. You're getting a cup of tea. You're working. You're working hard, but you're also getting up. You're doing stuff. You're moving around. You're socializing. You're seeing lots of different people. It's a very different dynamic. Sitting at a screen, or on WebEx calls, or video link calls, or on phone calls, or on instant messaging, and on your mobile, and texting all day, from 8 o'clock until 5, is full on. And Wednesday night, I kind of broke. I went to the beach at 4:30 for a walk and spent 2 hours there just walking around and just getting the wind in my face and getting blasted by the wind. It was great. I loved it. So there you go. Right, first vlog. God, I've been droning on for 5 minutes, but it's fascinating how this is playing out, and we'll see what happens. Cheers.